dear students, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel Easy Maths by Sukumar. Before we start our class, I request everyone please like my videos, subscribe and share all my videos to your friends. And if you missed my first video in real numbers, please do watch my first video also. Thank you very much. See, in the last class we discussed about real numbers. Real numbers means rational and irrational numbers together we called real numbers. See, and we represent some rational numbers on number line also. Now we are going to learn about pi, knowing about pi. Actually, this is an irrational number. This pi is an irrational number. You know, what is the circumference of a circle? This is the radius. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. That means here make pi as subject. That is c by 2 times r. So pi is equal to c by d. So this pi can be defined as the ratio of circumference and diameter of the circle. The ratio of circumference and diameter of the circle. See, how do you prove that this pi value is equal to 22 over 7? How do you prove this? Pi is equal to 22 by 7. Actually, it looks like a rational number, but this pi is an irrational number. So how do you prove this? Take different radii of different circles, and find out the ratio of circumference and diameter. Find out the ratio of circumference and diameter. Then you will notice that the ratio of circumference and diameter is equal to 22 over 7. See, if you divide this value, that value is equal to 3.142. That means this is not an exact value, this is approximate value. Approximate, not exact value. See, for easy remembering this 3.142, we can write like this. S, I know it. S means it consists of 3 letters, that is 3. I means 1 letter, that is 1. K N O W no means 4 letters, that is 4. IT it means 2 letters, that means S, I know it. This 3.142 for easy remembering, yes, I know it. Actually, this 22 over 7, the decimal fraction of 22 over 7 has almost 3 trillion decimal places. Children, and another interesting story about this 3.142, the value of pi, approximate value. We celebrate 14th March, we celebrate as Pi Day. We celebrate as Pi Day. On the eve of a great scientist, Sir Einstein's birthday, we celebrate as Pi Day. 14th March, Einstein's birthday. That day also we celebrate as Pi Day. 3.142. Right, it's very interesting, children. I hope everybody understand this concept of pi. Right. In the last question, find an irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. How many more there may be? See, in the last class, we insert 3 rational numbers between 2 rational numbers. But coming to this question, we have to find out a irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. Actually, there are infinitely many irrational numbers are between 2 rational numbers. two rational numbers. So here 5 by 7 and 7 by 9 you can write on your own. See, actually there is a formula. For a and b, root AB is an irrational number. A and b are rational numbers. The irrational number between a and b is root AB. So here for 5 by 7 and 7 by 9, the irrational numbers means 5 by 7 into 7 by 9. So that means 5 by 7, here 7 and 7 get cancelled, root of 5 by 9. Root 5 by 9 means root 5 by 3. The square root of 9 is 3. So root 5 by 3 and 7 by 9. So what is an irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9? Root 5 by 3. Now see, the fourth question is find two irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. As I told you children, there are infinitely many irrational numbers between two rational numbers. Many irrational numbers between two rational numbers, like many rational numbers between two rational numbers. See, 0.7, 0.77. You can take any number, any non-terminating, non-repeating number between 0.7 and 0.77. So, that non-terminating, non-repeating decimal is called an irrational number. Right. I will take 0.75, 750, 75001, 75002, something like that. Whatever it may be, you can take. But that number must be non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. I will take another number here, 0.76, 761, 762, 763, 764, and so on. This is also non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Therefore, in my point of view, 0.75, 750, 75001, and so on, and 0.76, 1762, 763, 764, and so on, these two non-terminating, non-repeating decimals are irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. Understand children? That means take any two non-terminating, non-repeating decimals between 0.7 and 0.77. Yeah, right. Now coming to fifth question here, find the value of root 5 up to 3 decimal places. So we can solve this sum in two methods. So take 5.00, like that you take 6 zeros. If you want more places, just increase the number of zeros here. We will do this sum in the division method, right? Here 2 2s are 4. Why you take only 2 2s are 4? That 4 must be less than 5. It should not exceed 5. This number should not exceed 5. You should not take 3 3s are like that. Okay, 2 2s are 4. Now subtract 1. So now drop 2 more zeros and put a point here. Now 2 plus 2 is 4. 42 times 2. 42 times 2 is 84. Now subtract 16 and write 2 more zeros. These 2 zeros you write here. 1600. Now 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Right. 2 plus 2 is 4. Just drop this 4 here again. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4, 4. Now 443 into 3. You should multiply with the same number here. 443 into 3, that is 1329. Now again subtract here. Subtract. That 1329 should be subtract from 1600. So that value is 271. Drop 2 more zeros. 27100. Next, same process. How? 4, 4. This last digit must be double, or 3 plus 3, that is 6. 446. So here 446, that means into 4466 into 6, 4466 into 6, that is equal to 26,796, something like that. So this 2.236, this 2.236 is approximate value, approximate value of root 5. That means 2.236 approximate value. But I will teach you the actual process. Here -1, -2, -3. This is the number line. Yes. See how you locate an irrational number on the number line. See for example, to locate root 2, we start from here. So this is OA. This point is this first point. This is OA. Let it be OA. OA is equal to 1 unit. No, this OA is 1 unit. See, draw AB. This is B. Draw AB, which is perpendicular to OA. Draw this AB, which is perpendicular to OA. So this OAB is a right angle triangle here. Why? This is a right angle, no? According to the construction, this BA is perpendicular to OA. So OAB is a right angle triangle. So in triangle OAB, OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. Why? Since Pythagoras theorem. Actually, this theorem we will learn in 10th class, not now. In similar triangles, right? So OB square, this is the hypotenuse. It is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. That means OA square plus AB square. Understand, children? Right. So what is AB? We draw BA perpendicular to OA, and that BA should be equal to 1 unit. I forgot to tell you, right? So here BA is 1 unit and this OA is also 1 unit. OA 1 unit, BA is also 1 unit. So by using Pythagoras theorem, OB square is equal to OA square, means 1 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 2. OB square is equal to 2. OB is equal to root 2. Understand? So this length of OB is, the length of hypotenuse is root 2 units. Now take the radius of OB. By using circular, take the length of OB. So with center O and OB as radius, draw an arc which intersects this number line like this. Understand, children? With center O and radius root 2, that means OB. OB as radius, that means root 2 as radius. Just draw an arc to intersect this number line at here. This is some x. So this OX is equal to root 2 units. So this x is the OX is the distance between O to X is root 2 units. So this is the location of root 2 on the number line. Similarly for root 3 also, just again take another perpendicular, that BC is equal to 1 unit. Now again join this OC by using Pythagorean theorem. This is root 2, no? This OB is root 2, BC is 1 unit, so OC is root 3 units. Just we will continue the process like that. Next, again draw the perpendicular. This is perpendicular. This is B. So CD is 1 unit. OC is root 3 units. Again join this one. join this OD. So OD is the hypotenuse. So in triangle OCD, again we use Pythagoras theorem. Then OD is root 5. That root 5 is nothing but 2. This is rational. This is irrational. Root 2 is irrational. Right. Again continue, children. This is E. That means this DE is perpendicular to OD. And again join this ED. Right. So by using Pythagoras theorem, this ED square is root 5. Sorry, ED is root 5. So this is 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, like that. Right. Again draw a perpendicular to what? ED, sorry, EO. Right. So this is F, EF. This EF is 1 unit. Now join this line. Right. Now, according to Pythagoras theorem, this FO is root 6 units. Continue process like that. 1 unit. This is hypotenuse. This is root 7 units. Again perpendicular. This is 1 unit. H root 8 units. Again perpendicular. Join like that. Root 9, root 10. So you will, if you continue like that, you can get all the values. You will get a polygon, something like that. Right. So this is root 10. F, G, H, this is I, this is J. So what is OJ, children? OJ, the length of OJ is root 10 units, no? Root 10 units. Actually, the value of root 10 is more than 3 and less than 4. That means it is between 3 and 4. It is between 3 and 4. Right. Now, how do you locate root 10 on number line? Take the radius of OJ. Take the length of OJ by using circular. Right. So, OJ with the length of OJ with center O and radius OJ, just draw an arc. Draw an arc. This is more than 3, no? Right. So, OJ, so let it be some y. So, this OJ is equal, sorry, this OY is equal to root 10 units. Root 10 units. Understand, children? So, here, take the radius of OJ with center O and radius OJ, that means root 10 units. Draw an arc on the number line. Let it intersect the number line at Y, capital Y. So this is location of root 10 on the number line. I will teach you in an easiest method. I will teach you in another method. That location of root 10 on number line. See, 10 is equal to 3 square plus 1 square, no? Understand, children? 10 is equal to 3 square plus 1 square. Right. So this is O. This is 0. Take 1 unit here. O from O. This is A. OA. This is OA is equal to 1 unit. Again draw perpendicular. This is BA. BA is perpendicular to OA. That BA is equal to 3 units. BA is equal to 3 units. OA is 1 unit. This BA is 3 units. This is perpendicular. Now join this OB here. So in triangle OAB, OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. According to Pythagoras theorem. Since Pythagoras theorem, right? So OB is the hypotenuse, OA, AB are the other sides of a right angle triangle. So we don't know what is OB. So OA means what? This is 1 unit. As I told you, this is AB is 3 units. So 1 square plus 3 square. So OB square is equal to 1 plus 9. So OB is equal to root 10. So this is root 10. That means OB is root 10. Now what we have to do, we have to locate this root 10 on the number line. So take the length of OB. By using circular, take the length of OB. So with OB as radius, O as center, draw an arc. O as center, OB as OB, that means root 10 as radius. Draw an arc which intersects this number line at some x. This is root 10. Just draw an arc like this. This is root 10.